Welcome back. Well, recently several events have been disrupted and canceled due to them being raided by hardliners, followed by authorities clearing out these events and subsequently banning them.
Yes, poetry readings, movie screenings, and festivals aimed at educating the young generation have been hampered by social bullying. Accused of promoting left-wing ideologies, many faced anarchist demonstrations, which led to clashes and violence. We have Alghiffari Aqsa from the Jakarta Legal Aid Institute to address this issue. Hi.
Hi.
Thank you for coming to our show. So, what do you think that causes this attacks to social and cultural events?
Because there were no protection by the government, especially from the police officer in the events. And we found that mostly the police also disband the event. Police didn't know the authority that they have to protect the events and the rights of the people to express their opinion, also the freedom of assembly and freedom of association, I think. And I think it's also a problem of our history. For the leftist event, I think many people in Indonesia, they don't know what is the real of our history. In 1965, there were massacred, more than 1 million people had been killed. In that time, and then there was misinformation from New Order regime in that time for 32 years, I think, and then it's still going until now. And in this from January until April, we found 8 events disbanded by fundamentalist group or intolerance group and supported by police.
What kind of support that was provided by the police in this case?
First, they suggest or they ask the organizer to disband. Second, they ask the permit of the events. Actually, in the police regulation, there is no obligation to register a permit if the events less than 300, but they
attendees.
Yes. But they didn't understand about the police letter or police regulation. They asked the permit, and then they suggest the organizer to disband. And third, they also openly led
these hardliners,
and to enter the event.
Now,
they should protect, I think.
Right now, this leftist event was banned by an intolerance group, the Front Pembela Islam, which is kind of curious because, according to Islam or according to this group, what's so wrong about leftist movement, in your opinion?
Yeah, first, because they don't know the history. Second, maybe because some of intolerance group also used by I think the perpetrators of human rights, gross violation of human rights. There is a connection between the perpetrators and also the intolerance group.
So this group is being used.
I think yes.
To conceal the truth.
Yeah.
What happened in the 1965,
for example,
Right. But it's strange how they use the FBI because I mean, what in Islam, what kind of Islamic laws that are against?
Or do you think that the
movement?
Islamic Defendant Front can represent Islam?
I don't know. I think they can represent Islam, not only FBI but also many intolerance group. And I don't know the Islamic law about this, but I think they should obey the constitutional rights of the people, because it's very clear in our constitution in Article 28, Article 28E, verse 2, and about the rights of the people to express their opinion and to the freedom to assemble, the freedom to associate. And this article was a work of Muhammad Hatta, the struggle of Muhammad Hatta,
Our founding father.
Our founding father. And if we mention not only about
Who was a
Islamic
very
law,
devout Muslim.
if we mention about the culture of Indonesia, musyawarah gotong royong, Indonesian people has a culture to discuss.
Yeah.
How come you can disband our culture? Not only in Islamic law, I think, but also our culture and our constitution.
So what we can say is the state failed to protect our human rights,
Yeah.
the rights of expression, and how can we protect our rights if such things keep on happening?
There was a comment from the president to arrest the intolerant group that who disband the event, but a couple days later, and then there was a disband again.
In
I think
Jakarta,
in Yogyakarta, I think it's because of the disobey of the police. I think if we want to still have our rights to express our opinion and express our still have freedom, reform the police institution, ask them to protect us, and then if they don't,
no concrete action
no
so
concrete
far.
action, the president should change the head of Indonesian police chief, I think.
Okay. Now, well, Indonesia is the world's largest Islamic population, and the FPI they definitely have very strong opinions over certain things, and it seems like the government just lets them do what they want. Now, how much is Islamic, like Muslim, maybe arrogance, affecting Indonesia's Indonesians' rights to freedom of expression, in your opinion?
I cannot say that there are many. Maybe because they are too fundamentalist, because they are too intolerant, and it's strange in our life. So they became more stronger and put themselves on the spotlight. I think there are many people in Indonesia who are really tolerant and who are really nationalists, who are really understand about human rights. I think, the majority of Indonesians should speak, and the government should protect it.
So do you think it is necessary for us to educate the police as well as these hardliners about our history, so that they can broaden their horizon?
There are so many education on human rights to police officer, but still they need it. They also need to know our history. One of my experience, when the police arrest a protester, the protester mentioned about Tan Malaka, our national hero. The police even didn't know about Tan Malaka. Who is Tan Malaka? Is he Malaysian? That's my experience when I represent protester in the police office. That's kind of situation, I think.
So basically they reject something that they don't know.
Yeah, they don't know about it.
Okay.
So do you think organized effort from our government to tell the truth, what's there's been part of our history that is concealed for years.
Yeah.
If we put it in our history books, maybe something, there will be a change.
Yes, that's the work of Ministry of Education and Culture and Education. I think there should be a change of our curriculum, the history curriculum, our textbook. We should change it. We should review it, and we should tell our next generation that there were many human rights violation, many historical incident in our past, black or white is still our history, and we still put it in our history book, so everyone can understand, and there is and can prevent another gross violation of human rights.
Right.
That's the importance of the real history to prevent another mistake.
And other than this, what else do you think the government or even the society can do to improve our rights to freedom of expression, and maybe to increase the education on our history?
Yeah. First, change our education curricula. Second, the government should ask or should command strictly the police to protect. I have an experience in one country. I joined one protest to support Palestine, and then on the other side there was a protest to support Israel, but the police in the middle. That's the thing that police should do. They protect to both sides.
Right.
Because both sides has freedom to express their opinion. And then also I think, change the leader of the police or or even the chief if there is still a violation or there is no action to protect our rights. There are so many regulations that protect our rights or our freedom of expression or freedom of assembly, but still in the implementation still poor. And the last thing, I think, change the real regulation on events.
Okay.
I think for
So we don't need
movie
permit?
screening, for discussion, it should not. I think we don't need permit for that because it's still a part of our thoughts or our freedom.
Right.
So change to notification, the same thing like the proper protest. Only
Protest.
need
A notice.
notice.
Okay.
3 days before the protest.
Okay, thank you
Okay,
so
bye.
much, Alghiffari Aqsa,
Thank you.
for coming
Thank
to
you
our
for coming.
show. And coming up next, the coffee trend is entering a whole new level, literally.
More details on that story next on World Hour. We'll be right back.